Andrew McGahon for SevereMMA.com here in the SSE Arena, standing alongside the first Severe MMA sponsored athlete as well.
Yes.
There it is there. I have word down through the pipeline as well that they didn't approve for Neil Seary to be wearing the logo, but he got a t-shirt anyway. But alongside James Sheehan. First of all, great to see you again.
Thank you very much.
How are you?
I'm fantastic. Feel great. Endorphins are great after a big win like that. I cannot wait to get out, see the friends and family, get some sugar into me. Hopefully a chuck wagon as well.
It's actually called Motherfruckers, but what did you want to ask me about it? You like the sausage and bacon bap?
So I had seen that you stuck it up a few times, right? And then I think I was out with my uncle, like randomly, right, for some, I can't even remember, right? And he pulled into the chuck wagon, like this was a good while ago. And he goes, oh, you have to get this thing. Like, he's a real Dublin uncle. He's like, you have to get this thing, man, on the soda bread and everything. Man, it was heavy. It was good, but, like, it put me to bed.
Now, we may have conflicting things here, because there is a chuck wagon located near the airport or on the Swords Road that used to always be there. But my sausage and bacon bap is based just past the border on the way to Newry. I don't know if we've got conflict.
This one was in, like, Dundalk or something.
Yeah, just past.
Yeah, it was in Dundalk. So I can't even remember what it looked like or what. I think
it's a wagon on the side of the road. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll show you some pictures afterwards. I've loads of any amount of them on my phone.
Way back.
I tell you, I'm very happy. Quick side track, Julia Stalyarenko, UFC fighter, the female, she's had one. She thought it was delicious. She was overtraining with Leah McCourt and Leah wouldn't bring her to Dundalk and I had to bring her to Dundalk, so I brought her to Motherfruckers on the way and she was eating it and she's like, oh, this sauce is delicious, we don't have this in my country. And I was like, it's brown sauce. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, your fight, lovely leg kicks. Made the leg go a different colour in that first round. There was a couple of big shots landed.
Yeah, I'd love to watch back now, but yeah, like I could hear the lads saying that like they were definitely hurting him, and at one point I could kind of see like a bit of welt like building up on the leg. So I just wanted to make sure that I was kind of setting up with it like a jab, because like it's very easy to get like two transfixed on the legs and then catch a big overhand right, which he was throwing as well, but that would have been a nice finish, like death by leg kick. So I'll take the TKO.
You seem like very much a confidence fighter. We were talking with a couple of people earlier on, those that have had good exposure in the amateur careers, that are able to like find their distance behind their jabs and not overcommit on the distance with their feet and then get caught in like a scramble, underhook, overhook situation. All of your shots, the main ones that landed crisp at a range, and you could see the damage adding up throughout the fight. Yeah,
like that's honestly the thing that like just what I've been working mainly with Neil is like really maturing as a fighter and like not getting drawn into that like that dogfight mentality, because like we knew he was going to come out and like be strong in the first round. Like you can kind of let your ego take over, and like if he's landed a big shot, like you go, oh, I need to get it back straight away and like land and like show everyone that like that didn't affect me. But like it is a skill and is like something that you have to learn and teach yourself, that like, okay, stay composed, stick to the game plan. This is 15 minutes and like you win it over the 15 minutes, not in two exchanges. And like I'm happy that I stayed composed, stayed on my game plan, let the shots go, and that's it. Got the finish in the end, didn't rush anything, so I'm happy with it. Yeah.
So you were happy that it came at that point. Maybe if you had tried rush to finish it at an earlier point, you could have ended up making an opportunity for him to get back into the fight.
Yeah, exactly, because like every single guy you get in with is dangerous in the first round, and like as the fight progresses, I feel the better fighter naturally wins and takes over. Like that's where your training comes into it, that like the guy with the better gas tank, the better technique, as you're getting tired your hands aren't dropping, so like the better fighter in my opinion will normally take over as the fight goes on. Like anyone can get caught with a shot early on. So that was basically it, like showing that I am the better fighter, stay composed. Like even when he was throwing, like nothing landed, I circled off. I was like, right, my time now, my time. Like you said, he got tired. I noticed that he got tired and then just took over from the second round.
Two quick things. Heard you saying there could be talk about maybe a Dublin show, a Cork show. Graham Boylan's going to be in here after the main event. I would like to see them from a nostalgic perspective do the Helix. Whether it's still feasibly possible to do that venue or not, I don't think we need to waste time in the 3 Arena. I think like compared to here, The SSE is a brilliant venue, but the 3 Arena can feel very empty unless it's absolutely packed.
Yeah.
Why not just do the Helix and make it the hottest ticket in town and sell out the 800 tickets, 900 tickets, and go for it?
And I said, I can't remember who asked me this, but they were like, if you had a dream like event, I want to fight in the Helix. It's literally right down the road from me, and that was my first ever Cage Warriors event I went to. Like, I wasn't really into MMA that much, but I went and watched the New Year's Eve card, and was watching that, and I was just like, man, this is unreal. Like, I wasn't even in Team Rhino at the time. I remember, I think Redzer got someone with a toe hold, and I was just like,
Was that Connor Bushinger, or was that
yeah, Bushinger, yeah. And I was just like, man, what was that? What did he just do to his foot? And then like the Connor thing, like where he like, did that little shit behind the back and everything, like, and then just like the slip out the side in the left hand, I was just like, holy shit. So like the Helix is very like nostalgic to me, and like I would love it to be in the Helix more than like I fought in the 3 Arena and it was great and everything, but I would much prefer. I'd much prefer the Helix. Yeah, that's just such a weird thing to say, but like, I don't know. I like the Helix.
And then assuming that when the adrenaline wears off and the body isn't too bad, you're feeling a little bit better Monday, Tuesday at a push. What is your thought process? How many more times this year? Do you even want to fight again this year? Are you going on holidays? Are you not too arsed maybe jumping back in straight away, or what's the plan?
So, the one thing that I have to do is actually take a week off. Like Andy has forced me to now, because after the last fight I was feeling so good, just getting straight back to training. I actually got injured the week after my last training just because I literally was straight back into sparring the lads, like heavy enough sparring. So take a week off and get straight back into training. I think I have a week's holiday at the start of July then, so like that's fairly close. After that, just straight back into a fight camp. Yeah.
And he himself said something this week about not listening to advice about taking rest, and then he had to do a triathlon today with a gammy foot.
I know. Like Reza said that he thinks that calf injury is just an excuse just for pulling it out halfway. But like Andy's a tough bastard. So like he'll literally run through that yoke even if it's off the bone.
Good stuff. Pleasure to see you again, my friend.
Thanks
Hopefully
so much,
see you
Andy.
again later on in the year.